again, Rebecca here. Got a live intro today for my Stash Mate layout number, I don't know, what number is it? 132, layout 132, and it is my third layout using the stash kit. So I'm going to use the Pink Paisley Paige Evans Truly Grateful collection. I have the 6x8 paper pad. Do have a couple of these arrows that I pulled in. The ephemera, the puffy stickers, and these wooden buttons. I went ahead and made this off screen. I used the Polka Dot stencil. It's a 12 by 12 stencil from scrappingreflections.com. It's State Goddess's shop over on YouTube. Her handle is State Goddess. So I check out these stencils. She also has ephemera and a whole bunch of other fun stuff that she sells on her website. So I am a frequent flyer over there. I did go ahead and pull out this cardstock that I have now thrown in my kit because it does, the colors in the cardstock match great with Truly Grateful and the Field Trip collection. So that being said, I went ahead and used the stencil, my blender brushes, and the two Distress Oxides that I have. I think Seedless Preserves and Wilted Violet, the Distress Oxide, and went ahead and filled those all in, spritzed it with water, and then let it dry a little bit, and then took the stencil off and cleaned it up. And that is why you have some of the faded colors in there, as you can see. And then I went ahead and took one of these little cheapo Studio G glitter glues that I've had in my stash forever. As you can see, like this one, I'm not even sure if it's going to use because it's separating, but it was a light pink color with iridescent in it, and I put the stencil back on it and went ahead and smeared that over the stencil. So there are, you know, dots, little offset from the dots, and I used that whole thing up. That was my goal. I'm trying to use up this stuff because it's been sitting around forever. And I want to use it. I don't just want to throw it away. There were several of my glazes that had dried up on me, and that is sad. I mean, I know I got them at Tuesday morning, and they were only like $4, but still, it's sad when they didn't feel the love, you know? So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and create that, and today I am also participating in, again, I'm going to do a layout for Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Day of Sketches. And I'm going to do day 12 and day 13 for the first two videos today. And then I'm going to probably try, since these are all going to be posted on the 14th, I'm going to try to get the 14th up as well. You guys know I'm behind on everything, so I'm trying. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and put you on fast forward now and see what kind of fun creation I can come up using all this stuff and that sketch. So thanks. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get this beautiful piece adhered down. Now you know that the sketch did not call for a border or a background like this, but I wanted to play with mixed media, so I did. I'm going to go ahead and get that centered right onto the beautiful background paper, and I really like working with purple. So I did pull that out, and that is my hand stitcher. However, man, the directions are foreign to me, so I thought it would be easier to maybe have one of those, you know, instead of pulling out my big sewing machine. But yeah, we're going to have to do some more investigation on that one. Now, I did, as you know, the sketch does call for 6 small pictures, so I went ahead and grabbed 6 random pictures from a time in my life when these people were some of the happiest memories that I have from, you know, what I call the dark days, and that would be my marriage and relationship with my ex-husband. So without them, I would not have been able to survive. So I got 6 of those pictures, and then I have 2 of these from the Truly Grateful, the 6x8 paper pad. I went ahead and grabbed 2 of those. I'm going to go ahead and line them up on this purple paper. However, it does go into the branding strip just a smidge. So I do just pull that off, and I'm going to go ahead and line it up So there's going to be a border on the top and the bottom, but not so much on the sides. And by not so much, I mean not at all. So I'm going to go ahead and just figure out how I want the placement of the photos to go. And I do make them, turn just a little bit. But so this is like, through the years. And that is actually what my title is going to end up being. And we're just going to get these all. And that is a compilation from 2003 all the way to like 2008. So, yeah. The dark days. But they made this time of my life so much more fun, and I love these ladies, and will always love these ladies. I'm going to go ahead and grab my trimmer and just trim a top and bottom border. And then I am just going to I'm going to trim that off, that side piece off. And I didn't get quite close enough because I didn't really want to scar the picture, so I did just come back in with my scissors and cut that right off. I'm going to go ahead and stick that down right there. I centered it up, and I am running it to the edge of the fun little pattern paper. Now, the sketch does call for some strips that run down the side of the paper there, and I am just going to cut some strips. And I did use that plaid paper, just because it had some purples in it, and I'm going to use a lot of florals, and I'm going to go ahead and just stick them. I'm not going to actually run it down the side of the entire page. I'm going to run it underneath right here. And I should have made them into banners, but it's all right, I didn't. And I'm just going to go ahead and split them all the way down. So I do have the element. I've just moved it, the banner or the strip element, but I've just moved it over a smidge. And I'm going to offset them and make them look all wonky and such, which is why I'm saying I probably should have done them into banners, but that's okay. And then I just used those three pieces, or those three, that one pattern paper cut into those three strips. And I'm really liking the way it looks, so I'm going to go ahead and I did have this little piece, this little tab that I had cut out, so I'm going to go ahead and stick that on there as well. I was actually looking at cutting a little piece of this, just because I'm going to make a couple tags, and I wanted to measure how thick my insert needed to be. And it's 2 inches, so I just cut it just shy of 2 inches, just so it would punch out nicely. And there's the twine. I'm just gonna, and that is the rest. That is the very last piece I have of this brown and white twine. So I'm gonna go ahead and use that up. I figured since I have the craft cardstock in the back, bringing some more brown to the front of the layout is pleasing to the eye. So now I'm just going to trim the bottom of that off just a smidge, and I'm going to stick it right up there at the top, so I do have to pull that piece that I just stuck down back off, and then I stick it right back on. This other one's going to go over here to the side. And we're going to get that stuck down. Now I'm going to come in and trim off some of that excess twine. And I'm going to go ahead and pull out these cork arrows, and oh my gee, these things are like super sticky and super fragile. So let me tell you what happens. You guessed it. I rip them little bad boys all to shreds while trying to get them on the layout. So I have to piece them back together, and then it's like not a straight arrow, it's like a wonky arrow, and every time I pull it up, I rip it again. So I'm like, all right, we're just going to leave that one there, and we'll put something around it. So I am going to decide to grab the sticker sheet that I have with a Truly Grateful collection, and I'm going to pull off some of these little words that make sense to me for the layout and also are the correct colors. And because I have that fun flower pattern paper as the tags and the little additional squares, different colors will work, as well as the strips that I put with the plaid. So see, I'm just like literally those little things. They need to, like, they don't have a backing on them. You should put like a little cardstock backing or something, because them things, oh Lord. But I only have a couple left. I'm looking for them right now. They're sitting on my desk somewhere. So I'm just going to get, and I threw them in with my stash kit. I only have 4 left. It came with 8 or 10. So I have successfully tore up 6 and got them on a layout. I'm going to go ahead and pull out this big flower bit, and I am going to layer it over the flower bit, and then I'm going to put this cute little pumpkin and this cute little acorn, and then I throw an acorn in each of the other little clusters that I'm going to make. And I do pop them up on some foam tape. And again, another little, the sketch I believe called for a title up there, so that's just going to be my little title up there. And I'm going to keep going through everything. And after I get done with this layout, I realized, hey, you have a whole die cut package with like lots of die cuts that go with this. Like there's 40 or something die cuts. You need to start using those. So the next layout that you'll see is using those die cuts. And here I went ahead and got all of my title fixed. I'm going to go ahead and use some of these wooden buttons, and I get 3 of them just placed around the layout. I'm going to go ahead and I did pull a thickers from my collection, and I did grab some of the stars that were on there as well, and I'm going to scatter those around. I do go ahead and scatter some more acorns and just another little flower that I tuck right in there of the puffy sheet. We're going to go ahead and get these stars placed onto the layout. Now, I do not make you watch me come back afterwards, and because these are thickers, they're not sticking on regular paper, let alone paper with a whole bunch of mixed media on it. I'm going to run that right so the T is kind of covered, but you get what it is saying. And through and years are from the same sticker sheet or thicker sheet, and then I just grabbed this light pale green that I had sitting in my thicker sticker tile collection and thought that worked as well. There is not too much more that I'm going to do to the layout. Please give me a thumbs up if you like the layout. Click that subscribe button below, and don't forget to go check out the Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches. I will leave the link to that Facebook below. This is going to be it.